Hi everyone, this is Kevin Bontempo with UCA Career Services. UCA Career Services is very excited to be introducing virtual career fairs to UCA students this fall. For obvious reasons, we're not able to meet in person as we usually would for career fairs, but nonetheless, virtual career fairs are a very effective way for you to effectively network with employers that you find interest in. So what we're going to do is we're going to spend a few moments really getting acquainted with the process of virtual career fairs. We'll give a tutorial of virtual career fairs and best practices, techniques, and tips that you can implement in attending that virtual career fair. So let's go ahead and get started. The first big piece of information to know about virtual career fairs is virtual career fairs will take place in your UCA Handshake account. Handshake is the virtual online platform that we have for UCA students. You'll need to either activate or log into your Handshake account to have access to those virtual career fairs. With virtual career fairs, do know that you're still going to be able to meet with those employers that you're interested in. We'll talk about this here more in a second, but there are going to be many employers throughout the state that you will have access to talk with one-on-one or in a group session. You're also going to be able to discover new career opportunities. Those recruiters and employers that are attending are really going to show students what opportunities they have, whether it be internships or full-time positions. You'll be able to know exactly what type of positions they're marketing. A great component of virtual career fairs is you never have to wait in line, ever. What's going to happen is you're going to go into your Handshake account and select either one-on-one or group sessions at the time that you're able to meet. We'll talk about this here in a second, but it's just as simple as you selecting the time that you're able to meet with these employers. And then lastly, you're still going to be able to make an impression with those employers. You're still going to meet with them virtually, of course, but you're still going to see them and hear them, and you're going to be able to really display how you're a good fit for that company. All right, so what we're going to do next is we're going to give a brief tutorial of virtual career fairs. More specifically, we're going to show you how to activate and or log into your Handshake account. And we're going to show you how to register for and attend those career fairs coming up. And then lastly, we'll talk about those general reminders, those best practices, tips, and techniques that you can implement for you to be effective in meeting with those employers. So I'm going to go ahead and X out and get onto a web browser real quick. It's preferred that you use Google Chrome or Firefox for attending these virtual career fairs. So all you have to do is just on a web browser, just type in UCA Career Services, UCA Handshake, and then click on that first link at the very top. And what you'll do, if you haven't activated your Handshake account yet, just go ahead and read through these instructions real quick about how to create your profile. And once you do so, then you can go ahead and click on Log In here. Now what you're going to do is you're going to click on this big blue University of Central Arkansas sign-on page. And what you'll simply do is just type in your UCA username and your password. All right, so this is what you're going to see every time that you log into Handshake. What we need to do first, this is very important to do, but we need to make sure that your profile page is updated with the most recent information. So when you think about your profile page, think of it as your online resume, where you'll be able to include just a brief overview of yourself, all of your educational experiences, your work and volunteer experiences, organizations and extracurricular activities you've been a part of. It's also very important to update the documents in your Handshake account. So if you want to attach your resume or your cover letter, this is going to be very important to do because these employers that you meet with will be able to view these documents. So that's going to be very important to do as well. So once this is updated, then we can go over to the Events tab at the very top. From here, what we're going to want to do to navigate to the career fairs is we're simply going to want to click on Career Fair at the top. Here, you'll be able to see the 3 career fairs that we have for the fall semester. So we have our STEM and grad school fair. We have our health career fair and our big fall career fair. And here you'll be able to see the days that these are on, okay? From there, once you know what career fair you're attending, go ahead and click on it. We'll take the fall career fair, for example. And notice these tabs at the top right here. This is going to be important to know about. But first, this is going to give you some general information about the career fair. So it's going to tell you what day it's on, what time it's at, and who it's open to. And be sure to read through these directions, especially right here. You do need to go to your profile page and go into your privacy settings and make sure that your profile is set as community. This, as it says, this allows students to be able to participate in those group sessions or one-on-one sessions with these employers, okay? So you'll also be able to see which employers are attending. And do know that we are continuing to approve and include employers on here. So we're going to have many more employers attached to this career fair. So once you view the career fair details, then go ahead and navigate onto available sessions. All right, so what's going to happen here is you're going to view, similar to what we did before, we're going to view all of the employers that are attending the career fair. There are going to be many for you to choose from. And you'll notice that some have group sessions available and some have one-on-one sessions available, and at different times as well. So this is where I said a few moments ago that you get to pick what time you're available to meet with these employers. So with that being said, what you're going to do is you're going to select what type and what time you want to meet. So we'll take group session, for example. We'll click on this one right here. When you click on that, it's going to give you more specific information on what kind of positions they're hiring for, when they're doing the sessions at. You'll just be able to see how well you qualify for these sessions with these employers. So once you know that you're right for this session and you're really interested, all you have to do is go ahead and click on confirm. And you'll see that confirmation message right there at the bottom, okay? Now what you can do as time progresses, what you can do is you can always look at the sessions that you're a part of. I've already registered for a few to show as an example, but do know that when the day of the career fair comes by, you'll just be able to click on your sessions and you'll be able to see what your sessions are, what time, and you'll also be reminded before the career fair as well, just so you don't forget. But when the day comes for that career fair, and I can't do it right now just because it, of course, hasn't happened yet, but all you have to do is just click on join video and it's going to take you directly to that session with that employer. And just as a few quick reminders, we'll talk about this here in a second, but make sure to view this article for more tips and attending virtual career fairs. I know it's one of those situations that not many students are accustomed to. So make sure to read this article for those really great tips to implement for virtual career fairs. So in a nutshell, that is the general overview of career fairs. There's lots of details, lots of things to look at. But again, make sure that your profile page is up to date. Make sure that your settings are where it needs to be. And then of course, register for those sessions. I don't believe there are any limits on what sessions you can attend. So register for multiple sessions. All right. So with that being said, let's get back over to our PowerPoints. A few quick reminders and best practices. You saw it probably on the last page, but even with virtual career fairs, we need to make sure that you dress professionally. Okay, so even though you're probably going to be attending this in the privacy of your own home, we still have to make sure that you're dressed professionally. We also need to make sure that you have a professional background. So just have a general and a neutral background, maybe just a plain wall behind you, just no crazy posters or wall art, anything like that. Also, it's best not to have any distractions for virtual career fairs. You kind of have to think of this career fair as an interview. You're going to be meeting one-on-one or in groups with these employers. So if you're on a one-on-one session, we need to make sure that you treat it like an interview and just have no distractions. So no pets, no family members around. See if you can have a room to yourself to make sure you can hear and see these employers correctly. And also, before you get into your session, make sure that you can and make sure you can test the sound and the audio of your device. We don't want to have any issues during the session, so make sure just to do a quick test of your sounds and audio. So that about wraps up this very brief tutorial of virtual career fairs. Again, these virtual career fairs are highly effective in making sure that you're still connecting with and networking with these employers. So if you have any questions about virtual career fairs, feel free to give us a call or send us a quick email. Here's our contact information right here. We definitely get that this is brand new to lots of folks. So again, any questions you have, feel free to let us know and we'd be happy to answer. So with that being said, thanks so much.